Yes, you should. Certainly in terms of a purchaser buying property, then there are certain formalities that need to be undertaken: registration at the land registry, paying any stamp duty, and those sorts of formalities would be very difficult for a layman to undertake. It's obvious that clients, or should I say buyers, wanting to buy a property should instruct a solicitor to make sure that the property is worth the money that it's being paid for, to make sure that there aren't any pitfalls to do with it. Most importantly, it is the proposed use of the property. A lot of people buy something with the intention of adding on a conservatory or putting on an extension, converting the loft, and there can be sometimes impediments to those. There can be sort of prohibitions in the deeds, or somebody's consent is required. So it's not just the issues in terms of planning permission, building regulations, which buyers can read about on the internet, but it's those sort of things which are in the deeds which might be missed. Certainly I have acted in the past for buyers who have bought property at auction without taking legal advice and then come to me to complete the process and just undertake formalities, and I've had to advise them about problems that they haven't actually seen in the auction legal pack because they didn't take legal advice. With residential conveyancing, it's very much procedure-led. There are certain issues which have to be dealt with. There's a lot of standard paperwork. It's always the same searches which need to be done on the properties. It's very standardised. You obviously get peculiar things occurring with any property can occur. But with commercial transactions, you are always dealing with bespoke pieces of paperwork. You're dealing with leases which have been drafted to suit the particular property. That can be for somebody who is taking a lease in order to set up a business in a new location, somebody investing in property that's subject to a lease. You've always got to read the very fine print to see who's responsible for what. Is it the tenant? Is it the landlord? And because there is no standard form of lease in that sort of example, you really are not dealing with the same material over and over again. It is a bespoke service that is needed because of the specific circumstances of the individual property.